It was a seesaw battle yesterday at the Coliseum. Chris Davis continued to torture the Rangers as he got things started with a big fly. But the Rangers offense showed off a bit as they took an early lead. Both teams continued to knock in runs until Matt Olson broke the tie in the bottom of the eighth. The A's fans went home happy as this September pennant chase continues. Trevor Cahill gets the ball today to close out this 10-game homestand. Trevor has been great at home and would love to help complete the sweep and keep pace in the standings. A's and Rangers next. Well, it is the final game of the homestand for the Athletics. It's been a good homestand today. They will send the veteran right-hander Trevor Cahill to the mound. He will try to continue his home dominance. It's the A's and the Rangers coming up on NBC Sports California, powered by Xfinity. Hey again, everybody, and welcome to Oakland A's baseball. Along with Dallas Braden, I'm Glenn Kuiper. Well, this is also the final matchup of the year between the A's and the Rangers. A's have won 12 of the 18 games played so far. Dallas, a big part of that success over the Rangers. Chris Davis, he crushes the Rangers.
The crusher, Crush Davis. You're absolutely right, Kuip. Talk about crushing the Texas Rangers. 300 average, OPS north of 1,000. 10 long balls on the year against Texas, 26 RBIs. Talk about doing work. This man, Chris Davis, has been in the middle of the everything from the offense. We're talking about big long balls late in the game out in Texas. Couple homers the other night. This guy keeps trucking, Kuip. Very, very scary power threat.
Now, on the flip side, Adrian Beltre, boy, he's been tough on the A's in his very, very great career, which is going to end up in the Hall of Fame for Beltre. But how long is Adrian Beltre going to play? Is this the end? We'll find out soon.
And I tell you what, if this does, in fact, mean the end for Adrian Beltre, at least here in the Texas uniform against the Oakland A's, take a look at those season numbers. 21 seasons, 286 average, 474 long balls, and against the A's, it's a 287 career average, 41 long balls. That's the second most against any other team to the 47 he's hit against Anaheim. So while it might be the end for Adrian Beltre, the Oakland A's, they're okay with seeing him go.
Yeah, but we all would miss him, though, because he is fun. He's fun to watch, and he's good for baseball. So we'll see what happens with Adrian Beltre at the end of this 2018 season. So Trevor Cahill and the Athletics looking for their 87th win of the year. We'll have lineups at first pitch right after this.
California is brought to you by Toyota. Designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. By Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Sundays at the Coliseum, always a fun day as he's wrapping up this long homestand. Good so far, and they'll try to finish strong. And they'll try to sweep the Texas Rangers. Game time weather presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. Beautiful day, 74 degrees. Lots of sunshine and a nice crowd today. Looks like it will be the biggest crowd of the series. And the Texas Rangers and the A's playing for the final time here in 2018. Here's the starting lineup for the Texas Rangers, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. And here it is: Delino DeShields, Shin-Soo Choo, Rognan Odor, Nomar Mazara, Adrian Belte, Jurickson Profar, and then it's Ronald Guzman, Willie Calhoun, and Isaiah Kiner Falafa.
Taking on the Dactyl, Trevor Cahill, making his 18th start of the season for the Green and Gold. Third start against the Texas Rangers. Had a decent go of it early on against the Rangers in April. A little bit of a bumpy ride in July. 5 innings, 5 runs. So we'll try to smooth that out here, looking for the sweep, as you mentioned, partner.
First pitch of the game, just a touch outside to Delino DeShields. DeShields, Choo, and Odor are the first 3 hitters in this Rangers lineup. So the A's offense has been the story in this series. It's been very good. A's won 8-4 on Friday. They won 8-6 on Saturday. And that offense is clicking along pretty good right now. Hero yesterday was Matt Olson with the late home run.
Well, and that seems to be the key ingredient to the success of the A's over the course of this entire season.
So a 4-pitch walk, excuse me, Dallas. So that's how the ball game starts. DeShields will trot to first. Defensively for the A's today, Nick Martini's back. He'll be in left field. Laureano's in center. Piscotty is in right. Chapman, Simeon, Barreto, and Olson are on the infield with Josh Fegley doing the catching. So Jed Lowry's going to get the afternoon off.
You've got reinforcements, Kipe. Franklin Barreto in there. Nick Martini back with the club and right back in the lineup. See him hitting 9th. To your point, as we've seen guys come and go throughout the season, that next man up mantra.
DeShields runs. Fegley's throw is just a little bit late, and that's a stolen base for Delino DeShields, so he did not wait around.
I think Marcus Simeon right now is talking to Ed Hickok, asking, did DeShields at any point in time come off this bag? Are we sure? And I think if Marcus might have held the tag here, you watch that left hand off the bag of DeShields, right foot off the bag of DeShields. Now watch here, he's off the bag, and there might have been a tag on the left forearm of DeShields.
The A's are thinking about it.
There's no tag there. He's held it, and there he's off. He's off, and he would be out. It doesn't appear the Oakland A's are going to take a look.
So DeShields will have the stolen base. And the count 0-1 to Shin-Soo Choo. Choo slaps one foul. So Trevor Cahill, base stealers this year, 13 for 19. So a little bit of an issue.
Well, you might see Trevor Cahill start to try to slide step to cut down some of those secondary leads. Maybe even cut down on the attempts.
Umpires today. That's Ramon De Jesus calling balls and strikes with the crew chief Jerry Meals over at first. Down and in. 2-2.
Well, that's going to be the key for the game today for Trevor Cahill, utilizing those off-speed pitches for strikes. If he's not able to establish that early on, that sinker all of a sudden becomes a very hittable pitch. We've seen him really keep folks off balance with the changeup, first pitch breaking ball.
Good take by Chu. You often wonder, how does a hitter not swing at that? It's pretty close to being a strike.
Trevor Cahill, he's a guy who everything out of his hand moves down. Changeup down, curveball down, sinker down. So if you see something out of the hand that starts maybe middle or towards the lower part of the zone, might be better off taking it.
2 pitch missed inside. So back-to-back walks. Pitchcast today brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. So 2 on and nobody out for Rougned Odor. First inning ERA for Trevor Cahill, 5.00. Second inning on, 2.61.
We talk a lot about the last 3 outs of a ball game being difficult to get and just representing a different approach than the previous 24. Same thing I think can be said for the first 3 outs of the ball game. While not as difficult to get, presents a little more of a feeling out process for the hitters, for the pitcher, the umpire.
And the first pitch to Odor, just a touch low. Another pretty good take.
And so right now what we have seen through the first 3 ABs, and I mentioned off speed for strikes early, we've seen an inability to command the off speed for those strikes early, and we've seen a struggle thus far, even 11 pitches in, to get the fastball over.
Odor at 265, 18 home runs, 62 runs batted in. So Scott Emerson's going to come out and see what's going on with Trevor Cahill. Hey, today any 95-mile-per-hour fastball is our fast pitch, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest Wi-Fi at home and on the go.
Well, Scott Emerson's going to come out just to settle him down here. 2-0 count, 2 free passes to start the ball game. With Trevor Cahill, he's still just 1 pitch away from 2 outs here. Good sinker. Odor not the stereotypical double play candidate. Left side, runs well. For Cahill, a good sinker, down and away. Get him right back on track.
So 2-0 to Odor. Nomar Mazara is the on-deck hitter. And that one's high. So Trevor a little out of whack here in the early going. Usually has pretty good control. And that one's not close. And that's a 4-pitch walk. So Trevor Cahill has walked the bases loaded here in the very first inning.
And not something you're typically used to seeing, are the egregious misses. You know, at times guys are just an inch or 2 off here, an inch or 2 off up or down. But we've seen fastballs high arm side. We've seen fastballs jerked to the inner part against left-handers. Off speed hasn't quite made it over for a strike yet. But again, for Trevor Cahill, 1 pitch away. Little ground ball back to him and Fegley.
First pitch to Mazzara, and that misses. So that was a close pitch, but again, it looked like it was a ball. Mazzara, 20 homers, 73 RBIs. 2-0. Did you ever have a game like this, Dallas, where you were a control guy, you weren't going to walk a lot of people, were you just like, what is going on?
Well, when your command, and I can't really say starts to leave you, because if we're being honest, it just hasn't shown up yet. And when the command isn't there, sometimes you're just one pitch away, one bit of action away, because it seems like you've executed.
Left field, and that's hit pretty well. Martini going back. Martini fighting it a little bit, and he grabs it. DeShields will tag. He'll come in to score. So it's a sacrifice fly for Nomar Mazzara, 1-0 Texas.
And he'll take it. And that very well right there could be the pitch that gets Trevor Cahill back on track. As I was mentioning, you've executed just about every release point possible around the zone. See Martini sort of struggling, battling the sun, does a good job, though, of tracking and eventually making the play. Not an easy time of day right now. But back to Trevor Cahill, if he can just let that out right there, sort of serve as the indicator. All right, this is where we let go of the baseball. I remember how to do this. Because that's how you feel as a pitcher out there, just completely lost at times.
A runner from third, a runner from second steals third. And now hustling back is going to be O'Doherty's save. So one guy took off on the steal. Chu did. Odor did not. Now they called him save. Odor thought he was out. Well, Odor was walking back to the dugout.
Well, that'll be. That's what I kind of pay attention to, is the reaction. Now remember, the ball is in the bare hand of Franklin Barreto. Right there you see the tag applied, or you see the effort to make the tag. We'll get a better angle, and you take a look. Right here's our angle. There you see the tag on the left knee. That's a done deal. Odor will be out at first base as the umpires check this. But this is a big mistake for Odor here. You've got the runner at second breaking to third, steals it easily. And the trail runner, Odor, not an easy task, Hype. You got to remember, double steal like that, you got to make sure the guy ahead of you has vacated and taken the base ahead of him. But that's a heads-up job by Fagley to acknowledge that Odor was still within range for him to make a throw behind him instead of out towards second base in front of him. And you see there, Odor caught in no man's land, realizes he's dead to rights. And it's a good job by Olsen to continue to drive him back to second base, knowing there's probably nobody home over here. Boom, right on the kneecap.
So he's out. You can see that one. So that'll be the second out. Chu will get a stolen base, so he ends up at third.
There's a lot of heads-up baseball in that play right there, Kite. Fagley at home, Barreto to bust it over, knowing he's not going to have anybody to give the ball up to. He chases Odor down. And for Matt Olsen, chase that runner back to second, give it up to Barreto, let him do the dirty work.
So the pitch, a strike to Beltray. And that one hit to left field. Martini's back. He's got it. So when it's all said and done, just one run for the Texas Rangers. Hayes come to bat when we come back. Could have been worse. Here's the A's starting lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Laureano, Chapman, Piscotty, Davis, Olson, Simeon, Barreto, Fegley, and Nick Martini's back, hitting ninth.
He is, and they'll be taking on the southpaw, Jeffrey Springs. The Texas Rangers making his second career big league start. Made a start last Monday in Anaheim against the Halos. 2 innings, no earned runs. So a bit of an opener, if you will.
Looks like we got an opener situation. So Springs, the lefty, faces Laureano. Ariel Jurado, a right-hander, is probably who we're going to see next. At least that's what the Rangers have said. When that happens, is it going to be after 1 inning from Springs? Is it going to be after 2 innings from Springs? We'll find out.
And I think it's interesting, something to think about. You've got a team in the Oakland A's vying for a couple different postseason scenarios.
Driven toward right center field. DeShields tracks it down. 1 away. So defensively for the Rangers, Calhoun is in left. You just saw DeShields and Mazzaro's in right. Beltre, Profar, Odor, and Guzman on the infield, with Kiner Falefa doing the catching. So with 1 out, Matt Chapman hits. Dallas, finish your thought.
And you also have the Texas Rangers who, and it's an ugly term, you don't like to use it, but it is what it is. They're playing nothing baseball at this point in time, as far as standings are concerned. And when you think about those two teams in completely different positions in their season, utilizing the same strategical approach on the mound. And I think what you have to think about are the positions of clubs in the standings in their season, and that being what lends itself to experimenting with these sorts of approaches.
It's a one-way conversation going on right there, and it's been going on for about 1.5 minutes now. Chapman hits a towering drive to left field. Willie Calhoun waits. He's got it, 2 outs. So that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty. Lowry out of the lineup. Stephen Piscotty steps up into the 3rd spot. This is the 4th time that he has hit in the 3rd spot this year. Lowry's played pretty much every game.
Scotty been swinging it well as of late.
First pitch is high.
Stephen Piscotty's one of those guys in Bob Melvin's clubhouse that he's just comfortable on a baseball field.
It's a great way to put it. Or how about this one? Here's another one. You'll like this one. Think of this from a manager's perspective. He's a low maintenance player.
Big time.
Explain what a low maintenance player is.
You don't need much in terms of getting this guy ready.
Just put me in the lineup. Leave me alone.
That's it.
Marcus Simeon,
Pretty
low
simple.
maintenance player. A's have a lot of them if you think about it.
He's got a lot of ball players.
Their whole infield is just play me, leave me alone, I'm fine.
Yep.
And the 1-2 pitch, that's a swing and a miss, and that's a pretty good inning for Jeffrey Springs. 1-0 Rangers after 1. Rangers had 3 consecutive walks from Cahill to start the ball game, and actually Trevor Cahill had to walk off the mound feeling pretty good by giving up just 1 run, and that was on a sacrifice fly by Mazzara.
Yeah, for Cahill, you feel like you went out and threw about 4 strikes, only gave up 1 run. You had 3 base runners, you got 3 outs. And now you work off the momentum you've been able to create here very early. 2 strikes back to back, and I know you might think I'm sort of being cynical or just kind of making light of the scenario, but no, that's something you weren't able to do in the previous inning, is throw 2 strikes back to back. So now here you are, strike 1, you've got a good swing and miss, now you can roll.
Yeah, Profar went around. Ramon De Jesus, the home plate umpire, called it, so Trevor Cahill strikes out Profar to open up the 2nd inning.
And there you go, that's all you need. You baited the hook early. You got robbed a couple times. So you put another worm on there and boom. Get Profar to chase, down and out.
Expo brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. How about that?
That's it.
Career strikeout number 1,000 for Trevor Cahill. He's got a milestone and a big one.
That's pretty cool.
Trevor Cahill, I mean, you knew him when he was a rookie. You played with him as a rookie, and it's Laredo, who we talked about, should be coming in very soon. Laureano coming in, and he grabs it. But with Trevor Cahill, he certainly is a veteran, but still, he's only 30 years old. He may have some years left.
He does.
He's got to figure out what to do on the road, though. At home, he's 5-0 with a 1.09 ERA. On the road this year, 1-3, 7.02. So, his next start would probably be in St. Petersburg against the Rays. You don't want to have to start manipulating the starts of when and where they're going to be.
No, that's that's getting detailed. That's getting really into it, and you just don't necessarily have the personnel to be able to swing that. And that's something that has to get ironed out, whether it be at the end of this year, which you would like to see moving forward, or something he obviously focuses on. But that's more of a mindset thing, really, than anything else. But there is something to be said for the numbers at home for Cahill. 109 ERA. Friendly confines at the Coliseum.
Yeah, when it's a veteran pitcher like that, though, I think you just kind of chalk it up to maybe a coincidence.
Yeah, that's the way things go.
2-1 to Willie Calhoun. Willie Calhoun from the Bay Area. He was born in Vallejo, lives in Benicia. So he probably has a pass list today.
Oh, yeah.
Pass lists are a little different than they used to be, though. It costs you a little money now if you got to lay out a pass list.
That's right. Used to just be responsible for the tax. Not so much these days.
Well, was it, I mean, when you were playing, this was probably wasn't happening anymore, but when you used to go up to other players and say, hey, can I use your tickets today? Sure. All right, great.
All
Would you
day.
get 4? Or
Yep.
Each guy got 4.
Yeah,
so you could go to as many guys as many tickets as you needed.
Yeah, you got your 4 friends, your
So a 2-out walk to Willie Calhoun, and that gets us to our Coors Light refreshing moments. May 7th, 2009, Trevor Cahill gets his first big league win against the Rangers right here at the Coliseum. 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 4 walks. May 7th of 2009. Somewhere in the dugout was Dallas Braden.
right there.
There you are. Look at that. Cheerleader.
That's it.
Head cheerleader. You were waiting at the top step.
Well, I knew what we had very early on in camp with these guys. With a Trevor Cahill, a Brett Anderson, a young Vin Mazzaro kicking around. But, I mean, you watch 4 pitches come out of the hand of Trevor Cahill back then, and you're thinking, serious? This is 94. And that thing just bottoms out.
So 0-2 to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
Very cool to see the maturation process over the course of Cahill's career. A young gun to a wily vet.
Pitch is bounced to Chapman. Chapman's got it. He's going to go across to first just in time. Side retired. A walk, nothing else. Bottom of the second coming up. Rangers leading 1-0.
Sports California is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency.
Back here at the Coliseum, 1-0 Rangers. It is also Hispanic Heritage Day at the ballpark. Love that hat.
Big time.
It'll keep the sun out of your eyes, but also you gotta be careful you're sitting next to that hat.
I mean, it might be a good idea to purchase the seat to your left and right.
To buy 3 seats.
Yeah, or make friends because they're going to need shade.
She's wearing it well. Davis, Olsen, and Simeon against Jeffrey Springs, who had a very quick first inning. And a strikeout.
A couple fly balls and a punch out. Not bad for the young lefty, making again his second start.
Chris Davis hit a home run yesterday. What a surprise, huh?
Yeah. Fastball up. KD meets him at a spot. Him and Chappie talk about it. Fluff the hair. Get ready to do it again.
So 41 home runs for Chris Davis, 108 RBIs, and that is a swing and a miss. A little sneaky fastball there from Springs.
Finished off Piscotty late in the AB with a fastball up. He beats Chris Davis to the inside part of the plate here. The young lefty making quick work right now. He's gotten ahead. He's attacked the strike zone.
First pitch to Olsen, right there first strike. Olsen at 239, 25 homers, 69 RBIs. His home run yesterday was the difference and happened in the 8th inning. What was great about that, Dallas, is he tried to put the pitch before. Didn't work. He was like, eh.
Yeah, I mean, and we talked to him about it, you know. I told him, Ole, good chance that thing stays fair. You're standing on second with a leadoff double. You know, what's...
He may have hit the bunt as hard as the home run.
Right, he asked him, what's going through your mind? And obviously, you know, he was open and honest, and he told us, well, I take my one shot. They're going to give that to me. I like to get right back into my approach.
This is his 4th home run to left field. Went out fairly deep left center field. A shift in the infield and then a little bit toward left center in the outfield. And that one missed. And it's 3-2.
Springs thought he had it. Good fastball down. Not quite.
3-2 pitch is popped up shallow center. The Shield grabs it for the second out. You say when a guy hits a pop-up like that he just missed it?
Just missed.
Okay.
Just missed. I think you go back to the AB for Matt Chapman as well. High fly ball. Good backspin. That thing just sort of takes off. Sort of the same thing here. Just straight up. I mean, this game, it's a matter of millimeters, centimeters at times.
2 away for Marcus Semien, who's hitting .261. Marcus has 12 homers and 55 runs batted in. A slider drops in for a strike to even the count at 1-1. So 22 pitches for Springs. Ariel Herrera is the gentleman warming up out in the bullpen. Line drive, left field base hit. And Calhoun slips, and he literally kicks it and rolls all the way into the corner. And Semien's going to try for third, and he's going to make it. So it was just a routine base hit, but Calhoun slipped right when he was going to field it, and he literally kicked it into the corner.
Well, he sure did. And Marcus Semien, as he sees this ball kick off of Calhoun, he makes his mind up. I'm going to third base. So he even gets himself in a nice lane coming around second base. You can watch it nice and easy up, single. That ball kicks, and now Semien is going. It's third all day long. It's not even a question about it. And Semien, the great athlete he is, cruises on into third base.
So it is a single and an E7. And here's Barreto. Barreto drives one left center field. But DeShields underneath it in deep left center, and he makes the catch. So Semien is stranded. 1-0 Rangers after 2.
his no-no against the Red Sox. And on Friday, September 21st, we celebrate that special night with the Sean Manaea bobblehead, brought to you by NBC Sports California. Grab your tickets for the special night at athletics.com/tickets.
Top of the third, A's going for the sweep. Trying to finish off the Texas Rangers. A's are 12-6 against the Rangers this year, and they've won 8 out of the last 9. So they've done what they needed to do against Texas. Of course, the series that you just can't forget was the 4-game sweep that the A's did to the Rangers down in Arlington. Some of the great comebacks. That was at the end of July. Came back from a 10-2 deficit. One of the most exciting series of the year. July 23 through 26. Yeah. 2-2 to Delino DeShields.
And to your point, we saw a lot, as you said, some comeback W's, some exciting late inning heroics.
Which we've seen all year, but that series, it just seemed a little extra. When you're down 10-2.
Well, and I think, we talk about Chris Davis and the way he's just abused the Texas Rangers, and then here he comes. Bomb, upper deck.
That's right. And another walk. That is 5 walks by Trevor Cahill. The Rangers do not have a hit yet.
Now batting, number 17, Shin-Soo Choo.
So here's Choo. Choo walked in the first.
Well, again, if Trevor Cahill can figure out a way to get the secondary stuff over, I think that allows that fastball to play. Because right now I have to feel like the Texas Rangers have sort of eliminated the off-speed offerings and are waiting for that sinker somewhere in the zone.
DeShields leaning.
He's got a good lead.
Yeah, he does. Stole a base in the first.
It's something to watch. DeShields at first.
Well, DeShields, I mean, he's a really good base stealer. If Dallas, if he could ever get to the point where A, stay healthy, B, hit 260, I mean, he's a guy that could steal 75 bases.
No doubt. But in this day and age, you have to wonder,
is it worth it?
Do the powers that be feel like it's worth it?
There he goes. Fegley's throw it pops off the glove of Simeon, so that's going to be another stolen base for DeShields. Marcus may have got he jammed his wrist a little bit.
Yeah, coming in, because there's a chance that if he holds this ball, well, DeShields had the foot in there. Yeah, just the momentum of DeShields' body coming into the bag, bends that wrist back just a touch.
So he is in scoring position. Nobody out. And now 3-0.
Looks like we're right back to square one. The A's were in the first inning. Speed has disrupted the process on the mound. Another 3-0 count.
That one's it for a strike. So 3-1. On deck is Odor. Barreto is playing right on second base. And another walk. Will the phone ring in the bullpen, Dallas?
Yes, that phone will ring. And there will be folks starting to get up and starting to move around. You have to believe you can't continue to let this go on if Trevor isn't able to start to locate and start to get some action going. You've got to get somebody kicking around, and that's going to get Scott Emerson on the phone.
Well, that is 6 walks for Trevor Cahill.
Looks like it'll be Sean Kelly.
It's interesting. 2 starts ago in Houston, where Trevor Cahill struggled, he also walked 6. 6 today, 6 2 starts ago, but in all of his other starts, he's never walked more than 3. Oh, 1 to Odor. He walked in the first.
Trevor on a little extended rest, right? 5 days?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right now trying to keep him close as well. We saw the double steal attempt earlier in the game. Didn't quite work out the way the Texas Rangers had planned it. So Cahill trying to do a job of keeping these guys as close as possible.
Up the middle into center field. That's a base hit. Here comes DeShields. Here comes Laureano's throw. It's cut off. And the Rangers lead 2-0. So Odor picks up his 63rd RBI of the year with a big hit.
And this is a changeup up in the zone. Sort of starts middle in and just floats back over the heart of the plate. And Odor right back up the box, right through the wickets of Trevor Cahill. Laureano, a strong throwing arm out there in center field. But DeShields, one of the fastest men in baseball, no shot at getting the speedy DeShields.
So that is the first hit in this game for the Rangers. It knocks in a run. Here's Nomar Mazara. Kelly should be just about ready. First pitch strike. .264 average for Mazar with runners in scoring position this year. Pretty decent number.
And you have to think Cahill is now going to be on a hitter-to-hitter basis with no outs.
Yeah, he better start making some big pitches, otherwise he's probably not going to be around. Zara, a little flare left center. Laureano hustling in, he grabs it. Well, Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the Oakland A's in your X1 voice remote. Get live stats in your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. So with 1 out, here's Beltran. Beltran ended the first inning with a fly ball to left field. Took a little off, eased it in there for a strike.
Yeah, a little Subtraction fastball, 89.
Swing and a miss. So Beltre now behind in the count 0-2. Profar is your on-deck hitter.
Might be time to go back to that breaking ball. You've got a good swing and miss out of Beltre. Showed he was aggressive on that pitch.
See if Cahill can finish off Beltre. He doesn't. Base hit right field. Chu is going to be waved home. The throw is going to go to third. It's going to go through to Chapman, and Odor is tagged out. Chu scores. And Odor was out by quite a bit, to the point where he really didn't even need to slide, and he did not slide.
Yeah, it's not the third out at third, but that is the second mistake made on the base paths for Odor. Slider up, little cutter. Stays up, stays hittable for Beltre. Shoots it out to right. Piscotty, strong throw into Chapman. Out at third. And again, for the kids at home, low enough for the cutoff man to make a play should he need to. It's a good read by both Chapman and Simeon.
That's going to do it for Trevor Cahill. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. So the 6 walks, obviously the number that's going to jump out. It was a disappointing performance for Trevor Cahill. Sean Kelly comes in.
We're going to be looking for linked out of Sean Kelly. 1-0 record. Just getting back in the swing of things. We talked about that thumb injury. Non-baseball related injury is affecting the release. All better now.
53 pitches for Cahill. There's a shot into the glove of Matt Olson, who reaches to his left to grab it. Side retired, 2 runs for the Rangers. They lead 3-0.
screen icons and features such as live radio broadcasts, the MLB.tv game of the day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today.
Bottom of the third, A's trailing 3-0. Well, Jeffrey Springs has been good enough in the first 2 innings that Jeff Bannister said, let's see if we can get another one out of him.
Hey.
Another inning.
Youngster's been efficient.
Yeah, he's given up just 1 hit. A couple of strikeouts.
Well, that's the name of the game, and I think that's something you can take away from this ball game early on. The veteran Trevor Cahill struggling to throw strikes, struggling to get ahead early. Found himself dealing with a lot of traffic on the base pass. And on the flip side, the youngster, Jeffrey Springs, getting ahead early with strike 1. And he's bought himself another inning here for Jeff Bannister.
And now 2-2. Took a little off, 78 miles an hour.
Good little slider there. Down and into Fegley. And again, that pitch had depth. That was going to be a strike whether Fegley offers or not.
The 2-2 pitch is skied to center. So Fegley is retired, and that is out number 1. First place Astros will play tonight. They are the nationally televised game in Boston. Keuchel and Porcello will be the pitching matchup. Astros have won the first 2 games of that series at Fenway. So the Astros are playing very good baseball right now. A's are hanging on. They're 3.5 back. A's are playing very well also, and it's a good thing. They're not falling any further back. Everybody okay down there? Oh, hope he's okay. One to Nick Martini. Big bouncer foul. So we're going to get a replacement security officer as the other gentleman, I think, is heading up. Let's hope he's okay.
I think it's a matter of just swapping real estate.
Let's hope so. So 1-2 to Martini. As that slider works his way outside.
Martini's fought a couple off here.
Inside, it hit him. So Martini goes down to 1 knee.
Took this right on the wrist, forearm area, it looked like. And the inside, that left arm. Watch that left arm, that top hand. Maybe right in that crease, maybe a little bicep action. It's gonna push arm day back a day. See Nick Paparesta checking grip strength.
Yeah, Nick is not introducing himself with a handshake.
You just want to make sure he can feel some things. I mean, you get nailed there in the wrist, a lot of times stuff can go numb. But also you think about where that ball hit him. Some nerves going on around there. Little jolt down the hand, jolt down the forearm. Little funny bone effect.
So Martini will stay in the game.
Yeah, right off that bicep and wrist, little combo.
So why do guys get mad when they get hit by pitches? Because it hurts.
Because it hurts. But I just rub some dirt on it. Maybe that's just me being a pitcher.
Yeah, an American League pitcher.
Yep.
I had to throw that one in.
Yep. Hang with them, boys. We got ice.
Pitch to Laureano. There's that changeup. Boy, that's been a good pitch for him.
And what you like to see if you're the Texas Rangers, he's not afraid to throw that behind in the count. He's used it to get himself back into the count here, even 1-1 against the Laser.
Quick throw to first, and Martini dives back. Mentioned that the Astros will play later tonight. After that game, the Astros will go to Detroit to play the Tigers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. To make sure our fans know where the first place Astros are going to be playing. 3-1 now to Laureano. A couple of good takes by the A's leadoff man. So we both agreed we kind of like the idea of Martini batting ninth and Laureano staying in the leadoff spot.
And I think you're getting a look at how that unfolds. Should Martini find himself on first base, he's drawn the interest of the youngster Springs, but it opens up that right side. Laureano we've seen go the other way with power on the ground. C.D. Pelham now up working in the bullpen for the Rangers. Again, Ariel Jurado came in after Springs last Monday in Anaheim, and Springs opened the ball game.
Foul territory, Guzman. Guzman makes the catch. So that is out number 2 here in the bottom of the third. And Matt Chapman will hit. So Springs trying to get through 3 innings. He's sitting at 39 pitches.
Well, Chapman just missed a pitch from Springs last time, popped him out to left, very high. Fly ball out to Calhoun.
First pitch strike. Chapman so far in this series is 3 for 11. A couple of doubles, 3 RBIs. Swing and a miss. There it is again. The changeup, 79 miles an hour.
So the first pitch slider for strike 1. Back to that changeup. Sitting pretty with an 0-2 count. Chapman looking to protect.
Upstairs with the fastball. So if you throw a good changeup and then you throw that 91-mile-an-hour fastball outside as well.
Well,
but up, right? It's in a different location, too.
Right, up. So you've slowed him down with velocity. You've changed his eye level with that pitch down. Now you raise it up, add velocity.
Goes back to the changeup. So interesting Springs approach. Start thinking, well, is he going to try to sneak one inside at some point?
That's exactly where pitching 101 might take you. You've gone hard up, you've gone soft away. Now you can try to beat Chapman to a spot hard in. Looks like they're going to go slider down and in.
See Profar, the shortstop, fighting the sun. Now Odor coming over, and Odor grabs it right behind Profar. Side retired. Fourth inning coming up. Also available to listen live and as a podcast on NBCSportsBayArea.com. Sean Kelly back out there. He got the final out of the third inning. Facing Guzman, Calhoun, and Kiner Falefa, the bottom three for Texas. Rangers coming in with a 61-81 record. They will stay out on the road. They'll be in Anaheim Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, an off day on Thursday, and then at San Diego Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So a road trip. At least they'll stay on the West Coast. A all California road trip. Nothing wrong with that.
We're fans. Decent weather. Coming out of that boiler of Texas.
Ooh. We were in Texas in July for that series that we talked about earlier where the A's swept them. It was smoking hot.
You come out
to the point where you are ready to get out of there.
You come out of Texas losing about a third of your body weight, it feels like at times.
I can imagine what it's like as a player or pitching there.
That's tough. I always tell the story about outfielders. My rookie year, I can remember outfielders coming in, dipping their feet just right into ice buckets, off the field into ice buckets. Just so hot.
Well, a new stadium coming to Arlington in 2020. So one more year at Globe Life Park. That'll be a retractable roof stadium in 2020. So
that's a good call.
That is a good call. 2-2 the count to Ronald Guzman, who had a fly ball to center field, his first at bat. Strike three called right there with a fastball out over the plate.
It's a good, well-located fastball away from Sean Kelly. Up, Guzman, no shot to get to this. Can't pull the trigger.
Now batting, number 5, Willie Calhoun.
Just a good dot up. Ramon De Jesus punching tickets.
So Willie Calhoun hits for the second time. Willie Calhoun walked in the second inning. Calhoun hits one high in the air to right field, but it's in the ballpark. Piscotty has it. So that is out number 2, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will hit.
Now batting, number 9, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
The Mariners lead the Yankees 2-1 that game in the 4th inning. Yankees beat the Mariners again last night. So Seattle is now 7.5 games behind the A's. So let's swing it around and look at it from the A's perspective. A's have a 7.5 game lead for the second wild card, with after today 18 games to play. So you can then decide if you feel good about that situation or not. We don't want to try to push our viewers one way or the other, but again, 7.5 game lead with after today 18 games left to play.
Say this, if you're the Oakland A's or you're an Oakland A's fan, you like where you're at.
A's trailing the Yankees by 3.5 games for the top wild card spot. Olsen has it to Kelly, and Sean Kelly, a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nicely done. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 3-0 Texas.
By the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, America's first hybrid minivan. Test drive one today.
Bottom of the 4th inning, the Rangers with a 3-0 lead over the Athletics. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and smog expert. So it's Ariel Jurado. Ariel Jurado, 22-year-old right-hander from Panama. So he is coming out of the bullpen.
That's right. Piggyback
to Jeff Springs, who did a pretty nice job.
He did. Came in. I got to believe the Rangers are happy with what they got out of their opener. This has been the tandem that attacked the Angels last Monday. We talked about it. Jurado came in after Jeffrey Springs.
And now it's 3-0.
You'll see 90 to 94 from Jurado. Curveball, slider, changeup.
He says that one into first strike. Jurado's had Good minor league numbers. Can it switch over to the big leagues? We'll find out. Still young enough. Again, only 22 years old.
First got to the big leagues. His first 7 outings have been starts.
And he walks Piscotty to lead off the bottom of the 4th. Well, could be a little bit strange for him.
It's all part of the mindset we talk about, and I know folks at home might be thinking to themselves, well, you're a pitcher, you'd like to pitch, you know you want to pitch. What's the problem with pitching? But there's so much more that goes into preparation, the work that you do in between a day that you might start a ball game, or the work that gets done in between outings. Should you maybe go an inning, maybe 2 innings, the day off in between, the rest. There's a lot. So for a young man to have to prepare himself and sort of bounce back and adjust.
That goes off of the foot of Gerardo, and they're going to get the out at second. On to first. Not in time. I think Gerardo may have did a kick save and a beauty. And it went right to Profar.
You're absolutely right, Kite. Off the heel, check it. Off the left heel of Gerardo onto Profar. Odor makes a good barehanded snag. See it right there. Maybe not off the heel, maybe off the bottom of the cleat, but either way you slice it. Typical 1, 6, 4. KD hustling it out of the box.
So it goes as a fielder's choice for Chris Davis. First pitch to Matt Olson is a touch inside. Olson a fly ball to center field in the second. He's 2 for 6 in the series. Yesterday he was not in the lineup. Came in as a defensive replacement. That was the 7th inning, but then the Rangers tied it. So his first at bat in the 8th inning, he hits a home run. A breaking ball from Ariel Gerardo.
Remember, the A's have seen Gerardo this year. He took the loss back in mid-August. 5 2/3, 10 hits, 4 runs.
Hit hard under the glove of Guzman. Chris Davis rounds second. He's going to go to third. Olson's going to hustle for second, and he's in with a double. Double number 32 for Matt Olson.
One of those 5 you talk about with 30+ doubles for the Oakland A's. 92-mile-an-hour heater running away from Ole. He gets around it and just under the glove of Guzman. KD off to third base, little first to third action. And Ole right behind him on the double.
Rangers play the middle infielders back. Beltre, the third baseman, is in a little bit, and so is Guzman, the first baseman. Wilson has 16 doubles since the break. Matt Chapman has the most doubles in all of baseball since the break. Bregman's got a few doubles too.
That's a few young studs there on that list. The game is rich with talent.
Yeah, it really is. plate, tapped foul.
Take you back to Friday night. Marcus Simeon, meet Giovanni Gallardo.
So 1-2, Marcus trying to put it in play. He does, right to Beltre. Davis holds at third, and that's the second out. So no chance for Chris Davis to make a move at all from third base.
No, ball's struck decently well. You're not going to be running contact there, second and third. Beltre gobbles it up, checks KD, sends it on over to first base.
So 2 outs, it's up to Franklin Barreto. Barreto hit a fly ball to center field, his first at bat. Going inside with a breaking ball. Barreto, his numbers at AAA this year, he played in 77 games. He hit .259 with 18 home runs and 46 RBIs. He had 16 doubles. Base percentage of .357, slugging .514. So a good season.
Sure.
Base hit right field. Davis scores. Olsen with a big turn. And Olsen's going to hold. Barreto back to first, and the A's are on the board. A 2-out RBI hit by Franklin Barreto.
A tremendous job by Barreto here. Inside out, this heater chasing him in. He pulls the hands through, shoots it through the right side. And KD obviously in to score easily. Matt Olson barreling around third base, does a good job of picking up Matt Williams. Barreto's juiced, and rightfully so.
So we're going to get a pinch hitter. Matt Joyce is going to hit for Fegley. So Fegley gets one at bat. He hit a fly ball to center field. So with the A's down 3-1. A big at bat in the game with Matt Joyce pinch hitting for Fegley.
This is where those rosters come into play, right? You've got Matt Joyce, a lefty, on the bench. In September, you got some depth. Allows for these sorts of matchups to take place early in the ballgame.
Joyce takes pitch well outside. So Jonathan Lucroy is ready. Olsen at third, Barreto at first. Joyce hits a little pop-up down the left field line. Willie Calhoun hustling over and into foul territory, cannot quite get it.
It's a good effort by the left fielder, Willie Calhoun. A lot of territory out here at the Coliseum. A lot of ground to cover.
Just keep running.
When you got to believe, for a defensive player, you see that ball go up in the air, foul ball. The first thing I think in my head is glory. I've got a shot at glory right here. I could lay out, make a sliding play.
It's just going to take a little while to get there.
That's all.
Matt Joyce takes low. One pitches for Ariel Jurado here in his first inning of work.
And you can see before the at-bat, Matt Joyce was down alongside on the tunnel, taking his timing against Jurado. is sort of just motioning to himself, keep the backside firm, stay soft on that front side, just kind of tapping his legs. And you've seen here, he's put together a pretty good AB.
3-1 pitch, inside, he walked in.
There's only one way to get the first crack at 2018 postseason tickets, folks, and that's to become a member of A's Access. That's right. With A's Access, you get general admission access to every single 2019 regular season home game, a plan of reserved seat tickets, and significant benefits as well. Plus, A's Access comes with 50% off concessions, 25% off merchandise, and awesome parking benefits for the rest of the regular season. Learn more at athletics.com/2019 today. A's Access, every game your way.
So the A's have the bases loaded. Nick Martini is the hitter. He'll face Ariel Jurado. Martini was hit by a pitch in the third inning. Pitch misses outside.
I'm starting to see Jurado struggle a little bit with the breaking ball as well.
To the backstop, and Olsen will trot in to score, and it's 3-2. Something just didn't look right there.
Well, you can see the way Falefa goes after this pitch to try to catch it. It's a changeup, and Falefa just never turns that glove over. And this ball just what we call chases Falefa outside of the zone. He's never able to turn that wrist over. That ball just continued to run.
So now the A's with the chance to take the lead. They could get a base hit from Martini. The count is 2-0. And that's a strike, and it didn't have to be.
So the reason Falefa uses that approach on the changeup away is for the same reason you just saw there. Fastball starts to run away. If he's able to catch it with that glove square, it provides a little bit better presentation for the home plate umpire. So he thought he might be able to dress that changeup up, but it just continued to run.
Martini got a pitch to hit there, and he fouls it back. So 2-2 the count. Barreto at third with Matt Joyce at second.
Love to see Martini keep it simple, just maybe shoot this two-seamer. He's going to get out to left.
Just inside, and it's a full count. 2 walks in the inning. And 2 hits by the A's. And a wild pitch. Well, Jurado delivers. And there's a shot. Odor knocks it down. Can't find it. Picks it up and throws wild. It hits Martini. 2-run score. And the A's have the lead. I think that throw was headed to the Rangers dugout, but
Nope.
it hit Martini.
No question. We got a snowball fight breaking out at second. This ball just eats Odor up, and he does his best to try to make a play.
Hit the umpire, not Martini.
Exactly, Kite. This ball actually, there it is. You can see it.
So, as they like to say in our business, just a bit outside.
You can see Barreto. Atta baby. Heads up over there at first, Jerry.
So, single E4. So there's no RBI. So there is one RBI. Single, one RBI, E4. And the E4 allowed the second runner, Joyce, to score. So the A's have scored 4 times. It was a pretty nice play by Odor to knock it down. But his throw was about 10 feet off.
Well, that's it. He got a hard ground ball. Nothing much he could do with that. The ball was stung. The simple fact he was just able to body up and sort of knock it down. He got to the ball, tried to make a great play. Martini hustling out of the box from the left side, going to make it real tough.
In the meantime, Ariel Jurado has kind of been all over the place this inning. He's now thrown 31 pitches. C.D. Pelham, the left-hander again warming up.
31 of those, 31 pitches, and only 14 of those have been for strikes.
And that one misses, and now it's 3-0. It's been up a couple times, so he's ready. 3-0 pitch is a stride.
Well, that's a tough take for Laureano. Borderline pitch, could go either way. Don't know that Jurado's earned that.
Driven to right center and hit well. DeShields going back. DeShields looking up. It's off the top of the wall. Here comes Martini. He's going to come around to score. Laser Ramon. 5-3 A's lead.
It's one of the best shows going in the East Bay, Kipe. Let me tell you about a man named Laser Ramon Laureano. Some Oppo pop has been flashed over the last few days. Nothing new here. Heads up, 388. DeShields loses his footing. Good job of recovering. But you nailed it, Kite. Martini at the bottom. The laser at the top. Them getaway sticks going. And the laser loves it.
So 5-3 A's lead. We'll be back. So the A's have scored 5 times and looking for more. Chapman steps up against C.D. Pelham. Left-hander. First pitch to him is low. Ariel Laredo, 2/3 of an inning, 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks.
You know, I got to believe that conversation between he and the skipper, Jeff Bannister, probably has a lot to do with just explaining to him, you know, these are the way things are going right now. We're obviously trying some different things. Maybe this isn't 100% what you're comfortable with. But as far as Jeff Bannister goes, what he's doing right now is communicating with his young starter. And I think that is very important, because as a young man in an uncomfortable and maybe foreign situation, you're kind of questioning what's going on right now. And sometimes just the conversation with your skipper in the dugout right after can sort of ease things up. Jeff Bannister, one of the best at just sort of communicating with guys, whether it be during a bumpy session.
Now it's 3-1.
All right, let's go to the numbers here on the double from Laureano. Our friends at StatCast got it 105 off the bat, 25-degree launch angle right off the 388 sign. Says it was 401 feet away.
StatCast AI powered by AWS. Chapman swings and misses. The ball goes past Kiner Falefa, and Laureano goes to third. So now a runner at third.
Well, just a four-seamer here that wanted away. This thing comes in. Falefa having a tough time back there. That ball cutting into the righties.
It is a pass ball, and that's the right call. So 3-2 to Matt Chapman. He's the 9th man to bat in this inning. He bounces it foul. Josh Fegley knocks it down in the A's dugout. Yeah, I just noticed that. Athletico's Hispanic Heritage Day. Well, it took me 4 innings to realize it. Gee whiz. Swing and a miss. No, fouled at the plate. Hey, wait. Oh.
105 start, Kite.
Yeah, thank you. Sometimes I just think it's important to admit your shortcomings, and some of us have more than others.
You're locked in. You're locked in. It's a good ball game.
Atleticos. Not close. Another walk. So third walk in the inning. Well, most of the A's are Atleticos.
Yeah,
Right, Joyce?
He's just athletic.
Just an athletic.
Yeah. I'm sure nobody.
Now, Steve Vuce is going to find this out in the next 30 to 45 seconds.
Yep.
Try to slide it by us. Because I've been all over this Atletico things for like a minute now.
I was going to say, it's pretty clear.
All of a sudden, I'm the Jersey police.
Nothing getting by you.
One 1-0 to Piscotti. Piscotti opened up this inning with a walk.
You've seen the A's really grind out this Rangers staff. See Bomel, athletic, Athleticos, run scored, Matty, atta babe. Well, this can make for a tricky AB right now. You got a lefty come in, blow a 97. He's shown some tight off speed in the zone for strikes, kind of spraying the zone at times. Just not exactly sure if he's going to be around the zone.
Piscotty got a pitcher on the zone that time. So 2-2 the count. Piscotty struck out in the first inning. Had it.
Oh, we're going to need some ice for that lumbar.
The old bruised lumbar. So the count remains 2-2 to Piscotty. The Rangers have been standing out there a long time. He got him swinging. So Piscotty strikes out, but a big inning for the Athletics. They did a little bit of everything. They scored 5 times in the bottom of the 4th. So as we head to the 5th, the A's now lead the game 5-3.
On NBC Sports California is brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company.
Well, if you ever come to the Coliseum, make sure you stop by Shibe Park Tavern. The memorabilia in there is very, very cool. In fact, it's a great A's history lesson to go to Shibe Park. Of course, Shibe Park, the name of the ballpark that the A's played in when they were in Philadelphia many, many years ago. Stadium that Connie Mack built, probably. Emilio Pagan is the new pitcher for the A's. He takes over here in the 5th inning. Sean Kelly, nice job. Inning in the 3rd, no hits, no runs, with 1 strikeout. So we got a new pitcher and a new catcher, Jonathan Lucroy.
Swap out the battery.
Pagan facing the top of this Rangers lineup. DeShield's done his job today. He's 2 for 2. Correction. He's got 2 walks. He's got 2 runs scored, and he's got 2 stolen bases. 2 for 2 as far as getting on base. Chu to follow, and then Odor here in the top of the 5th. A little bit inside. Mariners and the Yankees tied 2-2 in the 5th inning. He's trying to finish off a 3-game sweep.
That could bode well for the New York Yankees. They try to build some momentum. The Oakland A's chasing them down.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball, Pagan. Got it up and in just a little bit for out number 1. Remember we were talking about the Ramon Laureano catch yesterday and how he braced himself with his left knee against the wall? It reminded us a little bit of Ken Griffey Jr., the great one. Watch the left leg, brace.
Pops off. I mean, the raw tools, we got to look at those very early. And I think what's really cool is seeing each and every one of those tools applied in real time on the field in game action, game speed. You know, you go back to the catch in Anaheim, the speed to track that ball down to left center, the throw, the power we've seen, a couple multi-homer games.
There's a lot to like, that's for sure. So is this a worthy comparison? This is the Griffey play we're talking about. Watch his left leg.
There it is. It's a great call. Boom, left leg on the wall.
It's also a scary play.
Well, because
you can see, I mean, I'm surprised Griffey did not get hurt because he was running full steam.
He actually did, Kipe. That's the play he broke his wrist on.
Oh, is that the wrist? Okay.
That is the play he broke his wrist on, because he's made a similar catch to that before, where he caught the ball, braced himself, but did not break his wrist. And so
it's funny when you watch the play, you worry about the ankle.
Yeah, right.
The knee. So Chu strikes out, back-to-back strikeouts for Pagan.
Here you go, take a look. Just here's the left leg. That makes contact first, right leg contact. And we talked about this, the way that Laureano caught that ball. Obviously, it's not to the backhand side where he then might try to brace himself with his glove hand.
So 2 away for Odor. A walk and an RBI single for Rougned Odor. Odor is 2 for 10 in the series. Very high, shallow right center. Piscotty shading his eyes. He makes the catch. So Emilio Pagan with a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Orioles. And there's the comparison, and really there is no comparison. The Orioles are just having a miserable season. They're 41-102. They lost again today to the Rays, 8-3. Chris Davis, right field. That's going to sail over the head of Mazzara. And then it goes over the wall on a bounce, and Chris Davis has a double. So that's how the bottom of the fifth starts. On Tuesday night, it'll be Mike Fiers and Alex Cobb. That's the pitching matchup for game one of the 3-game series from Baltimore.
Alex Cobb, the late sign.
Late sign, yeah. 5-15 is his record. Fiers 11-6. So the road trip will be 3 in Baltimore and 3 in St. Petersburg against the Rays. Now, as bad as the Orioles have been, they have the worst record in the American League. The Rays have become one of the best stories, along with the A's, in really all of baseball. The Rays won again today. They are 78-64. So they are right now are 14 games over the 500 mark. They have the exact same record as the Seattle Mariners.
Just did not see that coming.
Did not, nope. But the Rays have been terrific. So that will not be an easy series for the A's, going to Tropicana Field for 3.
You think the Rays have, they part ways with Corey Dickerson, they part ways with Chris Archer.
A whole bunch of them. Olsen swings and misses. Pelham stays in the game. Petit Warman in the A's bullpen. The Rangers bullpen is quiet. Rolled foul.
Well, got that good live fastball from the left side, 96, 97 we've seen. Run it all the way up to 98, 99 at times. Looking to get Ole bite on that breaker.
Line drive, and that's a base hit. One hop to Calhoun. Davis to third, stops there. So Matt Olson with a single and a double.
And you love to see this from the big boy Matt Olson. Hard fastball away. It's up. He does a good job of staying on plane. But the best part about it, Kipe shoots this the other way. Saw the homer to left yesterday.
So we'll see if Marcus Semien can come through as Matt Moore starts to loosen up. Semien a single and a ground out to third. Slider. He's got pretty good stuff if he could just control it a little bit.
That's it. See if he can work that fastball inside. He can throw that slider off of that fastball located in. Just seems to be the trouble, is being able to pitch off of the strike.
Marcus able to hold up that time.
Well, that's the thing as a youngster. Sometimes you want to, you read a good swing, or a good swing if you're a pitcher. Figure I can go back to that well, but big league hitters, they're making adjustments from pitch to pitch. It's something you have to do, is recognize and continue to adjust with them.
Marcus slaps it foul down the right field line.
So now he's back in the count 2-2 via the fastball. The chance he tries to go to that wrinkle again, see if he can get Semien to chase something down and out of the zone.
did, and Marcus out in front. I think he hit it right off the end of the bat.
Well, in Falefa, you can see he wanted that inside, and this pitch stays. Not only does it stay up, it stays away. Even if that pitch is down and Simeon offers, he might not be able to get to it.
In the dirt, full count. So the A's threatening again. Seems like they've been threatening every inning in this whole series. 8 runs on Friday, 8 runs on Saturday, 5 already here today. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch is fouled back. The A's have now scored 58 runs in their last 9 games. That includes today. Closing in on 700 runs for the season. Grounded to Beltre, backhands, he fires to second for 1 on to first. Guzman can't dig it out. Davis comes in to score, and the A's have their 6th run.
Another magnificent job by Adrian Beltre. See him slide over, backhand, quick exchange over to Odor. And Odor just unable to get this there on the fly, and Guzman does his best job to try to dig it out, just unable to corral it.
So Jeff Bannister's coming out. And we got a pitching change. When it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
A worldwide day of play event at the Coliseum. The slime-filled event featured Nickelodeon-themed games and obstacle courses, a slime booth, some familiar Nickelodeon characters, and a dance party. That's right, folks, a dance party. The stop at the Coliseum marked the 5th stop of Nickelodeon's summer-long play campaign, which celebrates all the way kids love to play.
Anytime you have a worldwide day of play,
I'm in.
as you say, that's a good day. Matt Moore comes in, the veteran left-hander who, due to massive struggles as a starter really the last couple of years, is now pitching out of the Rangers bullpen. And he is already the 4th pitcher in this game.
That's typically the route you'll go as a starter as things start to sort of unfold or unravel, however you like to describe it, later in your career, especially as a lefty. Find yourself down in the bullpen. Maybe you find yourself on lefty duty.
Oh, 0-2 to Franklin Barreto. Simeon picking up that RBI on the fielder's choice, his 56th RBI of the year. See if Guzman digs that ball out. It's no RBI.
Yep. A little different story.
Hit hard right to the shortstop profile. And the Rangers do turn the double play this time. 6-4-3. Another run for the A's. 6th inning coming up. 6-3 Athletics.
Our man Rougned Odor not having a great day. See here, he finds himself in a rundown that eventually ended up in being tagged out by Franklin Barreto. Trying to stretch it to third here on the single from Adrian Beltre. Finds him gunned down and in the errant play out in the field. Maybe one he might have been better served just putting in his back pocket. So you hate to pick on a guy, but things just haven't gone the way for the Texas Rangers and Rougned Odor today.
I don't think you're picking on him. I think you're analyzing the game.
It's
as an analyst.
And it's tough. It's tough at times. Because you don't. I have a full understanding and appreciation how hard this game is, and sometimes you go out, you make a mistake, and you try to make up for it by doing a little extra. And at times that can just compound. You know, that can snowball. He's trying to go first to third, get himself in a good position on the base pass. That doesn't work out. Tries to make a great play out in the field. Did a beautiful job of just knocking that missile down. Like I said, in an effort to really just try to make up. At times you can put yourself further and further behind.
Yeah, it may sound strange, but baseball is a game where you have to be really careful when you try harder.
Yes.
Like if you try to throw it harder, it doesn't work. If you try to swing harder, it doesn't work.
No, there's
now, can you run hard? Yes, but we're talking about maybe the more basic things you do on a baseball field.
Right, and as a pitcher, you'll hear guys talk about throwing through the movement. And think about a two-seam fastball. So if you're right-handed, you throw a two-seam fastball. That ball is going to tail or run into a right-handed hitter. So you try to throw that pitch extra hard, maybe tack a few more miles per hour on that. Well, now you don't get the run typically that you're used to, and that's because you've thrown through the movement.
Yeah, or trying to snap off a little extra on a breaking ball.
Yep, and you'll find it spit out of the back of your hand. It'll, what we call cast.
Yeah.
You'll cast that pitch. And hitters the same thing. You hear him joke and say, I swing hard just in case I hit it, but you know, the theory goes you get a pitcher throwing hard.
Semien, nice play, double play. I guess Semien sliding to his right. Gave Barreto a good feed, and that is a 6-4-3 double play, 2 away.
Well, and Marcus Semien and Franklin Barreto understand that the man running out of the box, not moving as good as he can. So nice, easy, fundamentally sound turn. 6-4-3.
And you really did see Marcus take his time.
Yeah.
Because he knew he had it. Profar, shallow right, Piscotti tracking it down. That's an 8-pitch inning for Yusmeiro Petit, bottom of the 6th coming up. Storm back, and now they lead 6-3, bottom of the 6th inning.
Well, they've taken advantage of some mistakes made by the Texas Rangers, and might be a first game.
Could be a first game.
Could be a first game.
Yeah, that's a cute kid alert.
Yep. Come out, get some baseball in you early.
She's got a good little scowl going too. That's a good one.
She does. She's got the hat on. She's got shade. Got a nice comfy spot with Dad.
I've been awake for 42 minutes.
It's
time to shut it down again.
I've watched 2 pitches.
Profar's got it, slings it across. So Luke Croy is out. That's his first at bat.
Your attention, please.
You guys got a dog?
We've got several. We've got 2 Great Danes.
You ever just look at the dog and be like, I want to be a dog for like 3 days? They just sleep.
Yeah, I want to be my Great Dane. The dude does nothing but lay around all day. He goes swimming when I get home, and then eats his face off.
Gets fed, right?
Takes up my spot on the bed.
Why am I not surprised that you have 2 great names?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have to talk your wife into that, or?
Oh, no. That was... She met the first one and was like, yep, I'm in.
Because that a Great Dane, I mean, I know some people who have a Great Dane, and it really is like having another human being in the house.
Well, yeah, I mean, let's be real. He's on his back legs. He's 6'4", 170 pounds.
Odor can't get it. And that was Chad Pinder pinch hitting. Pinder hitting for Martini against the left-handed pitching Moore. He drops a single.
And this is what we talk about, the length of this lineup, because it's really about the depth of the bench. I mean, the next man up, Chad Pinder, Nick Martini comes in, on base a couple times, RBI. He's going to turn it over to Chad Pinder. Ho-hum, no big deal. Face the lefty, little knock, and you just keep the line moving.
Well, you're right. The 9th spot in the lineup has been on base all 3 times. We talk about it a lot. And the reason we do that is it's one of the main reasons why the A's offense is so good. Production from the bottom.
Yep.
I mean, listen, production from the bottom means more production from the top.
Well, it gives you opportunities, because if those guys at the bottom are driving guys in, typically the ones ahead of them are the ones that got on base, right? But now you've got those guys at the bottom of the lineup themselves.
Guzman grabs it, he fires to second for 1, and Moore was a little late getting over there. I think it would have been a... Well, I don't think they were going to get Laureano anyways, but fielder's choice for the speedy Ramon Laureano.
Yeah, Laureano was going to be a gift if that were to happen.
So Laureano at first, 2 outs now for Chapman here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Trevino and Buchter starting to get loose. First pitch to Matt Chapman, right at the knees on the outside corner. Chapman is 0 for 2. He walked in the 4th inning. So 3 for 12 in this series.
You mentioned the double barrel action. You got Guzman and Calhoun coming up next inning. Might be getting a lefty Buchter.
Ramon Laureano is 4 for 4 in steal opportunities, so he's done it some. We have to see him a little more but certainly talking about him and all the tools he has, and we're not just throwing this stuff out there, but from what we've seen of him, he has all 5 tools.
It's flashed,
right?
Yeah, the ability. I think we're starting to see him, cut swings down with runners in scoring position,
which means he has a chance to hit for average.
Correct. We've seen the pop on display.
So there's the power.
We've seen the tremendous defense. We've seen the arm, and we know about the speed.
There you go. I think we should keep him around. 7th inning coming up, 6-3 A's lead.
celebrate than a 50-year musical journey accompanied by our world-class fireworks. That's right, folks, 50th anniversary fireworks. Join us September 22nd, beginning at 6:05 for our game against the Twins, and stay for the Bay's best fireworks. Grab your tickets at athletics.com/fireworks today.
Beautiful day here at the ballpark, and it's a 6-3 A's lead over the Rangers. Very nice crowd, 27,932. Not too shabby.
Great day for Sunday baseball.
Yep. Hey, when it's time for change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and smog experts. The numbers for Buchter, who's in to face the lefty Ronald Guzman. And Laureano backs up a little bit, stays with it, and makes the catch. So that's out number one. So one more homestand.
One more
in this regular season. So the A's are gone for a week, home for a week, gone for a week, and then that's it for the regular season. Chad Pinder is the new left fielder. And just to keep things in mind, the American League wild card game will be played on Wednesday, October 3rd. The American League Division Series starts on Friday, October 5th, right? All right. Make sure that everybody writes those things down on the calendar. So at Orioles, at Rays, home for the Angels, Twins at the Mariners, and at the Angels that final week.
I tell you, Kipe, I don't mind waiting until Wednesday the 5th to play baseball. I'll play Wednesday, or excuse me, I'll play on the 3rd.
If you have to.
If I have to.
Been great at home lately. A's have got their home record now to 45-29. Reggie likes it. So the A's with a decent chance to get to 50 home wins. And with 12 road games left, they're 41-28 on the road. Sitting on 86 wins.
Good place to be here.
86 wins with 19 left to play. Three and two the count to Willie Calhoun. Buchter delivers a good swing by Calhoun. He got a fastball right there.
Well, that's something that Buchter's, I think, really done a better job of, is really locating the fastball, moving it around. I talked at length about how important it is, especially for him to come in lefty-lefty matchups. Probably where you're going to be utilized the most. You got to be able to dot that fastball to use that secondary pitch. Buchter's been phenomenal against lefties as well. 185 opponent's batting average against lefties.
Another 3-2. Here it is. That one rolled towards second. And that's Franklin Barreto, who fires to get the speedy Calhoun. So 2 outs, and Buchter has done his job. He got the 2 left-handed hitters, and Bob Melvin is coming out. So we got a pitching change here at the Coliseum.
By the Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid, America's first hybrid minivan. Test drive one today.
So 6-3, the A's lead. It's the top of the 7th inning. Is it going to Lou Trevino to try to get the final out here in the 7th? He is the 6th pitcher of the game for the A's. Everybody's having a good time. Pretty good vibe around the ballpark right now.
No doubt.
The A's have been playing really now for over 3 months. How's she doing?
Doing better. The hat off, soaking up the rays.
Yeah, she wants a little tan.
Yeah.
1-0 the count to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the catcher for the Rangers, facing Lou Trevino.
And, you know,
Call the ball. Should have been a strike.
For as much as we talk about the starting pitchers really trying to wrap their head around and get comfortable with the idea of a starter or a opener, if you will, coming in before them, a guy like Lou Trevino and the way he sort of really put a stranglehold on that late inning role, 8th inning, he's seen him called upon now 6th inning, 7th inning, anywhere in between, and has continued to just quietly go about his business.
There's a line drive, and that's going to get down for a hit. So Kiner-Falefa with a base hit. Yeah, I don't think Lou Trevino cares where he's pitching. I mean,
no, I
he's
agree.
going to be dominant wherever he is.
Now batting.
Fastball.
Delino to Shields.
Outer third, Falefa serves it out to right. But I think that's a bigger key than some folks might give credit to, the way that this bullpen has continued to evolve and shape up, is if you have somebody down there that you rely upon heavily, but still have the ability to kind of shuffle around and not affect him too much, he can create that softer landing for some of the new arrivals who might be more comfortable in a certain scenario or coming into a ball game or maybe just executing a certain amount of work. Lou Trevino is a guy that allows that all, I believe, to become fluid.
Oh, and 1 to the leadoff man to Shields, who has walked twice, scored twice, and struck out. Line foul right up over top the Rangers bullpen. Oh, she overran it.
Oh,
man. She had it.
She did.
Overran it. And Cespedes swooped in right at the last minute.
Plus defender.
She's frustrated.
I would be too.
Close, but outside. 1-2 to DeShields.
That's going home. That's going to end up on the mantle.
Up the middle, and that is going to get through into center field for a base hit. So DeShields just put it in play, and he got it through.
That's part of his game. Put the ball in play. Let the legs do the work. See here, choked up. Just right back up through the box. Just hard enough to get through. CNI single.
So back-to-back 2-out hits, both off Trevino, and here's Shin-Soo Choo, so he becomes the tying run here at the top of the 7th. Chu has walked twice and struck out. He scored a run that was in the 3rd inning. So Chu in this series is now 2 for 8 with 4 walks. I take that back, 2 for 8 with 5 walks. That's his thing.
That is. Get on base. Disrupt the timing on the mound. Not a big base stealer, but you start the ball game off with guys on base. Make it tough on the pitcher, and that's exactly what Chu does throughout the entire ball game. Good ABs. It's just that stressful sort of nagging at bat.
That one way outside. So 2-0.
You can see Trevino getting a little quick on the front side, and I think that's why Lucroy went out to talk to him. Slow things down a little bit, give yourself time to catch up.
Chu swings and misses, and he swung at a ball.
He's missed away this entire at bat. This one Chu unable to lay off of.
Couldn't lay off that one either. That one was elevated a little bit, and now the count is 2-2. So Chu hasn't seen a strike, but it's 2-2. Got it. Blew him away. Another pitch out of the strike zone, and Chu chased it. So Trevino gets out of the jam. We have reached the 7th inning stretch with the A's leading 6-3. And math to life through the game of baseball by providing curriculum and resources for Bay Area schools. Visit athletics.com/science to learn more. What did you say you were doing yesterday? You were sciencing?
Sciencing my face off.
Sciencing your face off.
0.420 seconds. You learned a lot. Learned a lot out there. Spike in education for me that day.
That's right.
It was.
So you're going to head home?
I am.
I'm going to head to Baltimore.
You are.
I'll take care of business for you in Baltimore with Mr. Fossey.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll enjoy that nice SoCal weather. Watch the green and gold on the TV.
Perfect. 18 games left after today.
think as the season continues, I don't know about you, but I continue to get more and more excited, not only about the team we have the privilege of following and watching day in and day out, but think about the NL West and how that division is shaping up.
Left field, and that baby's gone. Piscotty with his 23rd.
Number 23 on the year. And that's a career high watermark for Stephen Piscotty. Who continues to swing it down the stretch.
What a season for Stephen Piscotty. 23 homers and 74 RBIs. Also got that 11-game hitting streak now. So Piscotty has a career high in home runs now. He has a career high in doubles. He's got 38 doubles. His career high in RBIs is 85, which was in 2016. Right now he has 74, so he's got a little work to do there.
I bet if you ask Stephen Piscotty how he feels about the power production, you got to feel like he's happy.
I would say he's very happy.
Well, let's take a peek at it once again. Little backdoor breaking ball trying to make its way towards the bottom half of the zone. Never gets there. Stephen Piscotty meets it at the intersection. Look at that. Nice little wrinkle in the middle. Taken advantage of by Piscotty. Pack your bags, Kite. You know where we're going. All aboard. Next stop, Pound Town.
Well, I think one of the great things about Stephen Piscotty, it doesn't have anything to do with home runs and RBIs. It has to do with the fact that he is just in the second year of a 6-year contract that he signed when he was with the St. Louis Cardinals. He is under contract through the A's through 2022 with the club option for 2023. And there's a line drive, and Profile grabs it. So that's out number 2. So with Piscotty, just looking at his service time, so he would have been a free agent after 2021. So his contract keeps him with the A's potentially with the club option for 2 years past what would have been his free agent year. And when people start talking about contracts and holding on to guys, that's where I look.
Yeah.
And we've had this conversation. There's a lot of talk about, boy, with the A's extending or the A's giving a contract to Chapman and Olsen. And well, Chapman and Olsen aren't going anywhere.
Right. Still got time.
They're 5 years away from free agency. They're going to be with the A's for 5 more years.
Right. It's
yeah, exactly. I look more at Chris Davis, who's going to be a free agent after next year. Jed Lowry, who's a free agent after this year.
Right.
Blake Trinan, a couple years away from free agency.
So there's some terms we use to identify where folks are at in their contract status or in arbitration, frankly. So say you are in your 2nd year of your 3rd year of arbitration. That's what we call pre-platform year, meaning your 3rd year of arbitration would be your platform year, platform heading into free agency.
So your final year of arbitration, and then after that you are a free agent.
Correct. So right around the pre-platform year is when organizations start looking at the production of a player, maybe a cornerstone foundation type organizational player, and they start to assess, all right,
yeah,
what would the AAV, the average annual value of this player, be? Do we have space? Can we make this work? Let's sit down and talk.
Beltre stays with that one. Marcus Simeon is retired. So 3 up, 3 down inning. Stephen Piscotty, he's going to be in A for a while. He hits his 23rd home run of the year, and the A's now lead at 7-3 as we head to the 8th.
Designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. By Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV.
Hey, we like that t-shirt. May 9th of 2010.
I was there.
You were there. Did you have fun?
Not a bad day.
It is the top of the 8th inning. Darius Familia comes in. He'll face Odor, Mazzara, and Beltre here in 8th inning. He's with a 4-run lead.
This is a guy you'd really like to get going, Kipe. Get him back to those dominant ways. Experienced a little bit of a command issue. But with his wipeout stuff and swing and miss ability, get him on track.
A shot, and it looks like Simeon caught it in the air, and he did. No, Odor is retired. Right off the shoe tops.
And that'll just put a cherry on top of the day for Odor.
Yep, he wants to head out of town. Get to Anaheim.
Last AB of the day, he squares something up. Like to have something to show for it.
So with 1 out, Mazzara steps up. First pitch strike to Nomar Mazzara, who has a sacrifice fly. That was back in the 1st inning. A fly ball to center in the 3rd and a walk in the 6th. So technically 0 for 1. Chapman reaches down and grabs it. Nice play by Matt Chapman. Two outs, and that'll bring up Adrian Beltre. Open of our show, we talked about Beltre in his career against the Athletics, and he has hurt the A's a lot. He has had 3 walk-off hits against the Athletics.
He has been a thorn in our side, Kipe, no doubt. I've experienced it personally back when he was with Seattle as well as Texas. One of the game's greats. No questioning that.
Well, that brings up the question, is this the last time we see him? What is going to happen to Adrian Beltre? Will he keep playing? Will it be with the Rangers? He has 3,153 career hits, 16th all-time. He's got 474 home runs, 32nd all-time. He's a Hall of Famer. There's really no issue with that.
When you think about where he's at this stage in his career.
Come on, how fun is this guy?
Right. It's just having fun. Just having fun.
Beltre, he's 39 years old, Alice, and this is his 20th year in the big leagues.
Well, as I was going to say, you think about where the Rangers are at and where he's at in his career, probably not wanting to be a part of any sort of rebuild.
No. And he's never won a World Series championship. Check swing roller, and it's just fine. This was last year. He picked up career hit number 3,000 on the 30th of July. It's a great shot with his family running out to him, which is actually on the cover of the media guide, which is pretty cool.
Very cool. And that's one of the best parts of our game. It lends itself to that romance.
I say baseball is a statistically driven sport from I think a fan standpoint, and it definitely is. That in turn leads to great baseball milestones that you remember. 3,000 hits, man, that's like a magic number. 500 home runs is a magic number.
These are big deals.
Piscotty going back, stops, he's got it. Familia with a nice inning. We're going to the bottom of the eighth, 7-3. A's lead the Rangers. All right, here's our game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. 3-4-2 for the Rangers, 7-9-0 for the A's. So the A's 3 outs away from a 3-game sweep of the Rangers. Matt Moore stays out there, and he'll face Barreto, Lucroy, and Pinder. The Yankees and the Mariners are still tied 2-2, that game in the 8th inning. Astros will play tonight in Boston. They will be trying to sweep the Red Sox. Quick 0-2 to Franklin Barreto, who's 1 for 3. He had an RBI hit in the 4th.
Barreto, part of that wave of players come up in September. Reinforcements. Spent some time here throughout the season, a few different times.
Swing and a miss, and a pitch breaking sharply down and in, so Matt Moore gets the strikeout.
Good slider down and in.
Now batting the catcher.
Attacking that back foot of Barreto.
So Guerin and Trinan are up.
Let's go, Lucroy!
Jonathan Lucroy did not start the game today. Fegley did. Fegley had one at bat, and then in that big 5-run 4th inning, Matt Joyce pinch hit for Fegley, and he walked and later scored. And now Lucroy in the game. This is his 2nd at bat. Will jump on a charter after the game and head to Baltimore. An off day tomorrow in Baltimore before opening up that 3-game series at Camden Yards.
Gonna get you crab cake
somewhere at some point during the day. The old off day on the road where you have to kind of, you know how off day on the roads are very strange because you're so used to getting on the bus at 4 o'clock.
Right.
When 4 o'clock hits, you're like, what are we doing? What am I going to do for the next 6 hours?
Right.
So a swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts by Moore. So 2 outs here in the 8th.
Our smart play of the day brought to you by your California Ford dealers. Got to be the laser, Ramon Laureano. The Lapo double off the 388 sign. Bringing around Martini, the bearded wonder. Talk about a series for that man, huh?
Fun to watch. Pitching change here at the Coliseum. The right-handers coming in. We'll be back.
May not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Athletics Investment Group, LLC.
Here's our guy.
There he is. Gotta name him. Call him Ofer.
Ofer?
Yeah, he was there in Colorado.
That's a good call. He was. Or sweep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did not let him forget that when he was nice enough to give us our hats.
I mean, we love them. Let's not get that wrong. We love them.
Ofer.
But that gives us the opportunity to name them as well.
Ofer. Want to know to Pinder, this is Austin Beebens-Dirks coming in to try to get the final out here in the bottom of the 8th.
He'll do it with 88 to 91 on the heater. Curveball slider as well. Likes the change up, more so to lefties.
Pinder bounces one over the mound. That's Odor. Side retired. 9th inning coming up. A's trying to finish off the sweep. They lead the Rangers 7-3.
Stephen Piscotty exits stage left. Young man has been rolling the pole very well, Kite.
And Stephen Piscotty, when it's all said and done, he's going to have a nice season.
Now batting, number 67, Ronald Guzman.
What does it look like to watch Blake Trinan pitch in real life? What do you see when you watch him throw bullpens? What do you think about if you were a hitter? And there's one word that constantly comes to mind.
Hit pretty well to right field. Piscotty's back. Piscotty into right center in front of the wall. Grabs it.
That word is unfair.
That's why he may be baseball's best closer right now.
Yeah, there's two names you think about anytime that conversation comes up. That's the man up north.
Yep.
Seattle Mariners, Edwin Diaz.
Yep.
Super dominant. But that is not shortchanging this man right here, the B train, Blake Trinan.
Here's Calhoun. Full shift on for Calhoun. First pitch is inside. Just 4 hits today for the Texas Rangers. 2 hits in the 3rd. They had 2 hits in the 7th. Rangers felt good early in the game. They watched Trevor Cahill walk the first 3 hitters of the game. But the Rangers only got 1 run in the first inning. They probably felt like they should have had more. Right to checkmate. Ball game. The A's sweep the Texas Rangers. The homestand is over, and this ball club just keeps on rolling. The A's are now 87-57. They've won 4 in a row, and they have won 6 out of 7. So it's on to Baltimore. Today's game, 2 hours and 59 minutes, and a nice crowd on a beautiful day. 27,932. Time now for A's post-game lives. Let's throw to the studio.